What's happening on this beautiful Monday morning, man? You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? What's going on around the world, man? You know, from me to you, what's happening, man? Hope you're having a good day. It's your boy, Big Keef. Y'all already know, man. Your driver's favorite driver, man. Right now, we got this new sports talk show we're gonna kick off, and of course, you know, it's called the Mad Fan Sports Talk Show. Now, me, of course, I am the Mad Fan. You dig what I'm saying? And for today's number, actually quite a few different topics on this thing, man. Quite a few different topics on this thing, man. Of course, y'all see what I'm representing. I'm representing them Birds, man. You know, them Atlanta Falcons, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we just had an embarrassing loss to the Saints. You know, the end of season. You understand what I'm saying? One of the worst games. I wouldn't say it was the worst game. It was up there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of noise around the NFL. You know, and not around the NFL, but around Atlanta. You know, even maybe what kind of solidified Arthur Smith's departure midnight last night. Well, early this morning. You know, the fact that, you know, he had some choice words to say to Dennis Allen, which is the head coach for the Saints. Now, you know, I guess people can look at that a few different ways. They look at it as, you know, good sportsmanlike conduct or good sportsmanship whenever you take a knee. You know what I'm saying? Rather than scoring on their ass. Me personally, I say push the pedal. Because you got to learn. You got to learn. Push the pedal. I'm just saying, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, this is football. You know what I mean? So I mean, y'all can't be mad because y'all went up there and, you know, second half y'all stunk the place up. You know, the first half you had a shot. Second half you stunk the place up. Now we ended the game 17 points to Saints 48. Ended yet another season on Arthur Smith 7-10. Now, let's talk about Arthur Smith for a second. I like Arthur Smith, okay? Arthur Smith's a good guy. You know, a little bullheaded sometimes, and a little stubborn here and there. Well, that's in the press. That's what I be getting from the press conferences and stuff like that. But I know he's a good dude. But man, I think my man got caught up in Desmond Ritter and trying to. I guess to me, he was building a team that was like Tennessee, where he came from, where he had a decent quarterback, but a hell of a running back in Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? And Chris Johnson when he was there. So you get Desmond Ritter, you get Tyler Algier, that had a decent draft class this past year. You know what I mean? Honestly, you ask me, man, you know, Kyle Pitts, man, he missed a lot of key blocks this year. He dropped a lot of key passes this year. You know what I mean? To me, he's a bust. You're a bum, yonder. You're a bum. Get him out of here. What are we gonna do with this guy right here, over here? You're a bum, huh? Come on. No, I'm joking, but you know, he could have been better. You know what I'm saying? With the departure of the coach, the head coach. Of course, you know his staff got to go. So they're cleaning house. That means defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, everybody got to go. And Arthur Blank says him and Rich McKay, they're going to start looking for head coaches and, you know, head coaching candidates, you know, along with Terry Fontenot, you know, but because, you know, that's his job. You know what I'm saying? And it's quite a few good candidates, you understand, for head coach that I like. And I know one name in particular that's going to put asses in the seats. You understand me? That's going to bring fire to this NFL team. That's going to come with a, first of all, everybody on the list going to come with a way better scheme because they didn't play in this division. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't coach in this division. So they're going to come with a whole totally different scheme. Now, before we get to that, let's talk about these last four games, man. These last four L's we just took. We took an L. We took that L against them Bucks. Wasn't a good look. You know what I'm saying? Carolina was the most embarrassing loss. Carolina was the most embarrassing loss because everybody Carolina played up until we played them that game, they smoked them. But when we played them, we allowed that boy to run up and down that field. Like we allowed them to do what they did out there. You understand? I'm gonna just let's go to the Bears. That Bears game, bro, that was a rough game. You know what I mean? You playing in that type of element, you know, dealing with the snow and the ice and all of that, man. You know, you got a lot you got to deal with, man. You got to deal with a slippery ass field and all that. It's gonna be real nasty and messy. So that wasn't a good game at all, you know. But it was a good showcase for the next QB that could possibly be in Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying? That's going to what? Ignite this team and put asses in the seats when we talk about season tickets. You know what I'm saying? And just selling tickets. Now, again, we finished the game playing the Saints 17-8-48. Wasn't a good game, wasn't a good way to go out at all. And some folks could say that sealed Arthur Smith's fate, but I think it was sealed from that Carolina game, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I think they knew what they wanted to do and they wanted to go a different route because they had an idea of what was going to be coming as far as new up and coming head coaches. Now, when we talk about our past head coaches, it's only two that I really liked. You know, so I mean, for me, it was Mike Smith, in which we had multiple playoffs, you know, appearances playing under him. You know what I mean? We had the Matt Ryan era. Matt Ryan did pretty fucking decent. You know what I'm saying? And you know, everybody that was coming on the heels of the Michael Vick thing, and people was kind of like, oh well, he need to run. That's, you know, all the quarterbacks and stuff were transitioning to what we see now. A lot of elite running quarterbacks. You know what I mean? And it kind of, to me, honestly, it started with Michael Vick. Now I know before him, but it was popularized. Michael Vick. You dig what I'm saying? So nobody was doing it at a level that he was doing it. You know, anyway. Now, today you can argue Lamar Jackson. Facts. That boy there, he's smoking the field straight up. That's what he doing. You know, that's that Michael Vick thing. Now, Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was a good head coach. He just needed help. He needed help. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was a hell of a lot better than what Arthur Smith put us through. You understand what I'm saying? And we ain't even gonna speak on Sarkisian. We just gonna let that. My God. Anyway, now let's get into this head coaching list real quick, because I'm telling y'all right now, man, it's a few names that jump out. But to me only, there's only one name, boy, that I know gonna put asses in the seats, that I know is gonna ignite this fan base, bro. And we don't need nobody brand new, straight up. We good on that. Now, we need somebody with that great experience. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's go through that list. Number one. Now, this is coming off of CBS NFL list. And I guess they ranked it by, you know, where they got them sitting at. All right, now, number one, they got, of course, Bill Belichick. New England's Patriots head coach should be it for him this year. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Belichick step down completely from football. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's just being real. This man been coaching for so damn long, man, and, you know, had a great run with Tom Brady. You know, hey, you know, it is what it is. It could be the ending for him, or it could be the beginning at another team somewhere else. I'm not saying where. Now, number two, you got Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator with the Detroit Lions. He could make a splash for a new team. Yo, well, not a new team, but for a team that's looking for a new head coach, he can make a splash. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, what can I say? We'll only have to see when we get there. Now, number three, I would have put him number one, but number three is who I would go with, who I want to see in Atlanta. Jim Harbaugh. I'm going to say that again. Jim Harbaugh. You understand me? You know it, brother. John Harbaugh. You know it, brother. He a twin. You know it, brother. You know him. You know Jim. You know him. Man, listen, man. Jim Harbaugh here in Atlanta. Jim Harbaugh here in Atlanta, accompanied with a quarterback like Justin Fields. Boy, listen, that's going to put asses in the seat. That's going to ignite this fan base. That's going to actually get us a Monday night football game, a Thursday night football game, a Sunday night football game. That's going to bring more revenue and a way better scheme offensively and defensively. You know what he going to do when he get down here. You know what he going to do. He going to revitalize the whole defense. You know that. He going to revitalize the whole offense. You already know that. You know what I mean? Go ahead on and get you another number 2 receiver. You know, Cordell Patterson, that's the end of him. You know, it's a lot of players, man, that won't be coming back this season, bro. That's a fact. Now, like I said, Jim Harbaugh, and Justin Fields here in Atlanta, that's going to ignite everything for us. I think that's the right move. But let's keep it moving. You got number 4, Brian Johnson, offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, that's another good candidate right there. You understand what I'm saying? That's another one that was moving that high-powered offense up there. You know what I mean? Now, with the play, with his play calling and his schemes and stuff, that'll work in Atlanta, but he would need a quarterback like Justin Fields. Again, if you understand where I'm going with this, Justin Fields has to be a part of this. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you can to go get that boy, but get his ass in Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying? Bring him on down here. Bring him home. Let's keep it moving. Number 5 on the list, Dan Quinn. Now, we know Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys defense is fire this season. Under Dan Quinn, they been on fire. It's just Dak had to start getting this up together, but that defense been on fire, home for real. Dan Quinn to get another hand at being a head coach, and I wouldn't mind seeing him back in Atlanta with a different scheme, you know, and actually implementing the right people, you know. But again, that's old news. We don't want to repeat of that shit, and we want a new feel. So, Jim Harbaugh for 2024 in Atlanta. Let's keep moving. Lou Anarumo. I could be butchering his last name, but Lou Anarumo, the defensive coordinator, Cincinnati Bengals. I guess he's a good head coach. A good candidate for a head coaching job. You know what I'm saying? Hey, could be not. I really hadn't been paying attention to Cincinnati like that, but since he's decent, you know. So, hey man, that's one of them. He's number 6. Now let's go to number 7. Bobby Slowick, offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. Pretty decent with C.J. Stroud out there. You know what I'm saying? C.J. doing what he doing. You know, I think he's a run-up candidate for this year's number 2. He might be number 2 or maybe number 3 for MVP because, you know, Lamar Jackson, he's number 1, honestly. So they can get that man there a shot. You know what I'm saying? Number 8, Jared Mayo, inside linebacker coach, New England Patriots. Okay, I can see that. Maybe he should take over the job up there in New England. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Brian Flores, that's another good one. Defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, mind you, y'all, this is CBS NFL's list. You understand? So shout out to CBS NFL and shout out to the 92.9 game down here in Atlanta, Georgia. Man, oh boy, when I tell you, they cover all bases all day long. They cover all bases. So shout out to y'all, man. This was another great one too. Eric Bieniemy, current assistant head coach and offensive coordinator in Washington with the Washington Commanders. Now he could take over head coaching. You know, he could take over that job. You know what I'm saying? Or it depends on how they want to utilize him. He's already, you know, assistant. He might as well. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I don't think he's gonna be coming out. Mike McDonald, defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. They win the bowl this year. Do you think they're gonna clean house? No, I think they'll get that shit another run. So I don't see him coming out this year. That's a good candidate, but I don't see him coming out this year. Now, I could be wrong. He could come out, but I don't see him coming out this year. Let's move on. Mike Vrabel, or Vribble. Mike Vribble, head coach Tennessee Titans. And Tennessee's gonna get rid of their head coach. Hey, I'm not interested in Tennessee. Period. After Artie, I'm good. As far as him getting another head coaching job somewhere else, possibly, who knows? But I do see that breaking up because Derrick Henry already hinting that he's not even trying to be there. You know what I mean? So I think Derrick, hey, last few couple of years left in him, I usually wouldn't want to say that, but no, we don't need him. I wouldn't mind, but nah, because Tyler Algier, the way he do, shoot, bro, we'll be a fool. Nah, we good. So we'll pass on that too. Ejor Evero, number 13 on this list of head coaching candidates. Defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. I know I didn't butcher his name wrong all the way together, but I think he'll catch a head coaching job somewhere else too. Definitely wouldn't be looking at him. Number 14, Frank Smith, offensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. Depending on how Miami doing, how they end the year, they got a shot to make it to the bowl. You know, if they win, you know, I don't see them breaking up the team no time soon, breaking that shit up. I think they will go for another run. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that he will leave. But if he did that, I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't see that. But he's a good head coach candidate for real. Shane Waldron, offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. It's not much to be said about them out there, man, but I'm pretty sure he'll catch a good head coaching job somewhere too. That was the end of that list right there, man. So they had 15 head coaching candidates, and of course, like I say, we went through them. And if you ask me, if I had to take my pick, my run at one of them is gonna have to be Jim Harbaugh. I'm sorry, bro. Jim Harbaugh, get Justin Fields down here as quarterback. Go ahead on and build the team. Justin Fields behind that with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, my dude Algier. Ooh, boy, Paul, my bad, bro. Yeah, with them down, three-headed monster. Then you add you another receiver on the other side. You mean to tell me y'all ain't entertaining that? Come on, bro. You can't go wrong with that right there. You can't go wrong with that right there. I think that's the best move. I think that was the best move. Now, I had a partner of mine pose a question to me the other day. Now, I was going to pose that question to y'all, but everything kind of hit the fan at midnight, which we was kind of expecting that to happen. That's why we, anything that we pre-recorded before this right here, we had to go on and get away with that one because everything was going to be way more juicier on Monday morning. You dig what I'm saying? But the question was who was going to keep their job between Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, and Desmond Ritter. And right now, the only one that kept his job was Terry Fontenot. Ritter, well, listen, any new head coach coming in anything, if it's Jim ain't keeping you, boy. That's, no sir. Jim ain't keeping you. The other question that we had was, what did Arthur Smith say to Dennis Allen at the end of the game? I know what he said. And a lot of people around the NFL was, they kind of looked at the Saints as if, well, that was a problem because Jameis Winston ignored everything that the coach said. If it was anybody else, they would have been playing, they would have suspended him. I say, man, listen, at the end of the day, bro, I'm on a 1 yard line. You think I'm finna down this shit? I'm finna run it in y'all throat, dog. Pause. I'm running it right down your throat, man. All day. I'm running it down your throat, forcing it down your, pause. But we're going to run the scoreboard up on y'all losers. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of how the Saints feel because they felt like they got cheated with their Super Bowl shit when they were supposed to host it down here in Atlanta. We weren't going to let that happen. So I feel like that was get back for that. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at that. Listen, make your statement now. Make your statement now. In next season, we're going to return with a better head coach, with a better quarterback, in a whole better scheme. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to bring the motherfucker pain, man, like our name James, man. And like I said, man, I want to appreciate everybody who like and subscribe, who follow your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, this is some new things that I want to start doing with this podcasting thing. And, every now and then we'll invite other people to come on. We're going to live interview, talk smack about the game, talk shit about the game. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it just like the barbershop, baby. So at the end of the day, I don't want nobody to take anything personal that we say. These are the feelings from the fans. If you want to know what the fans have to say, this is where we come in. I'm not no sports caster, so some of these shit that I'm gonna say is gonna be raw. You know, but it's gonna be respectful, but it's gonna be raw. You're gonna get the raw emotion, how this thing right here went. So again, I appreciate y'all for dropping by on the Mad Fan Sports Talk Show. You dig what I'm saying? First episode, we're kicking it off at the end of the season for the Atlanta Falcons. And you know who we rocking with, the Atlanta Falcons. You dig what I'm saying? So the news that we got was my man. He ain't my man, but he got let go. So wait for that man now. So we're gonna thank Arthur Smith for your services, but your services are no longer needed, chump. No, I'm joking. Y'all hold it down out there, man, and be easy, man. Get at me, man, on Facebook, social media, man, everywhere, man. We out there, man. Check out the links, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, man. We out.